Welcome, welcome, one and all. How are you doing? Welcome. Super excited to be here. It is one of my favorite number days because I'm a 7 in numerology, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's a 7. It's October the 7th. Can y'all believe that we've made it to October? Holy mackerel. All right. So I'm going to play one of my songs and I'm going to bring on my special guest. And thank you so much for being here at Austin Public Television, Channel 16 here at Soundbite Production. Here we go. And let's kick on the jukebox. My Elisa's SR18. She shows up every time, on time. My favorite. In the summer nights, turned the corner, looked around. There you were, staring back at me with those stars in your eyes. I've been waiting all my life. In the summer nights, destiny is calling. She's telling me, don't you be no lone ranger, to follow, follow, follow. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. I know destiny is calling. She is telling me, hey. Would you like raspberry green tea? Something good to eat. Take a breath, hold my hand. Let's put our toes in the sand by the fireplace, so I can watch the stars in your eyes. Endless summer nights. Endless summer nights. Wanna kiss like I did when sex didn't matter. And who stars in your eyes? There is nothing better than when you feel love, endless summer nights. Endless summer nights. I know destiny is calling. She is telling me. I like that song so much. Play. Oh no, right? You know, here comes the one and only Miss Courtney Santana, y'all. Bring her to the stage. Hi, friend.
Hi, friends. How are you?
How are you?
It's been a challenging morning, but you know what? I'm blessed to be here. And I'm good.
Until delivered, she is here.
No kidding. I am delivered for sure.
Right on.
How are you?
I am so glad to get that. You know what? Songs waking me up every morning, and if I don't sing them, they won't shut up, and I feel like I'm being tortured by my own music.
Well, yeah. Passion is like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me disconnect from my matrix. So, okay. Me. Bing. I did not get a bio from you. That's my own
What?
fault. That's my own fault for not asking. I think I just totally went because we started trying to do the interview like 2 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's been that long.
I just sent you a copy.
What's that?
It's probably too late now, but I just sent one to your text.
Okay. Oh, the text. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to ask you my favorite lead-off question, which is, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
The power to make, oh my goodness, people's hearts pure and I don't know how to describe it. How to have everyone working in their own like purpose, like to just have people, which I think everyone has a philanthropic purpose in their life. So I feel like if everybody did just a little bit of something, it would be amazing. So, I would just tap them and be like, now go and feed children in Africa, or go feed children in East Austin, or go, build a house, or, you know what I mean? And to incite empathy and compassion and philanthropy in people.
I like that. That's a big $5 word. Alexa, philanthropy definition, please.
Yeah, no kidding. Is she really telling you what it is? That's funny.
Property or work to needy persons, by endowment of institutions of learning and hospitals, and by generosity to other socially useful purposes.
Philanthropic. I like that. Thank you, Alexa. Yeah. That was one of the things my brother said. Go get you one of them Echoes. I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
Been talking to Lucy, Alexa, and Siri all during the pandemic.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get out of the house.
Yeah, that was an issue at the beginning of the pandemic. Was not going nowhere. Did not. Yeah. Probably for 14 months. Did not.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I learned about delivery. I learned about Amazon. I was like, not going outside.
Yeah, Instacart got a lot of my money. A lot of it. Yeah. DoorDash.
Didn't get into them. But yeah, Amazon. And I was in school at the same time, so I got discount because of Prime. I was like, "Foo, what? Don't go. Not. Let's see. And what did you bring content? Can I share your website? Let's see.
Yeah, which website are you wanting to share?
One, I want to share your all of the things that you are. So music, and then share the Survive to Thrive, definitely page. And
Well, you caught me in a really weird period. We are rebranding everything because we've kind of changed our purpose and focus. But the Survive to Thrive website, I just put it in the chat. That's up, and I've got a Facebook page with, I post, my shows and stuff like that. So pretty soon we'll have 3 new websites.
New brand is always fun.
Yeah. People are impatient, but it's all happening. It's a part of our strategic planning moving forward. So we're excited.
In the interim, tell me more about this tech entrepreneur that you are. Are you super nerdy and I didn't know it?
Well, I don't think I'm super nerdy. What's kind of funny is that my Gary and I, when we were talking about how do you solve problems, on a massive scalable scale, and it's it's always technology. It's always how do you use something that has pretty low overhead to handle a societal problem. And our issue, and what I've been working on since 2006, is the issue of wait lists at shelters, emergency shelters for people experiencing domestic violence or sexual assault. There is an issue where people will go, and because there is a lack of capacity, like beds, literal beds for heads, folks become displaced or they become chronically homeless. So that became my focus, sole focus, as far as my work. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Monday would have been the 20-year anniversary of when my kids and I went into the shelter. So I know the problem intimately. I have lived experience, and I've been working with survivors for 20 years. So the best way for me to get solutions to survivors was to develop an app that would solve a major problem for them, which is, if I leave my abuser right now, where am I going to go? This answers that question.
More of this. Let me share the page. I didn't know that. Now I have more questions. Didn't know you had an app.
I do have an app. Yeah.
I'm late to the party.
No, it's kind of crazy. We've even retooled. We had an empowerment center down in South Austin, and we're actually retooling it to become a housing resource center, because we know that's the number one issue facing someone who's leaving their violence. When I left my abusive situation, I just needed a place to live. That helped me to get everything else established. And most of the time, you'll find that if there's a survivor in the shelter, they're looking for a place to live. It's not so much that they have to be there for a long period of time. It's like just getting restabilized. So they may not have the money, may not know where the housing is, and they need assistance with that. So we're changing our model just to be focused on that.
I have to rethink my questions for you now.
No, it's fine. No, I'm happy to answer. What other questions did you have? Because I can answer those and then
I have
segue.
tons of questions. Tons of questions, but I want to present you to the community that I'm in and say, this is what this wonderful woman is doing here. So I want to be able to show all of that without being my nerdy self. Did you just take a picture? What happened there?
I did. I took a picture. I want to do that.
She's got to do social media. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's get off of here. Let's remove that. All right, y'all. I will put the Survive to Thrive. Oh, I did. It's on the. I'll take a picture of my back of my 4 screens that I have going, because where are you? All right. Question. Let's answer. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do in your extra time?
If I didn't have to sleep? I think I would listen to music. Honestly, I get such joy and release from just chilling and listening to different types of music. In the last couple of years, I've been exposed to some, from country to Americana to new types of jazz. And it's always really interesting to me because I want to know the backstory of why people do the music that they do. So that leads me into the rabbit hole of going and Googling, and I've found so many new favorites. So yeah, I would just, and eating. Yeah, there's that. I'm a foodie girl. I spend so much money on just good meals, because I want to eat good food, drink good wine. So food, can I have 2? Food and music?
You can have whatever you like. That's you.
Okay, 3 then. Food, music. Well, yeah, food and wine, music, and travel. I love going, just love traveling. I have the wanderlust.
That's probably why you're a musician too, though. because
Mhm.
we want to be in different audiences, locations, places, and things. Foodie, sushi.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yes. There's a restaurant in Japan that my daughter showed me, and I want to go to this sushi restaurant. Apparently, like there's like this wait list is like 3 years long, and there's only 10 people allowed into the restaurant at one time, and he makes the delicate pieces and all that stuff in front of you. And I'm like, wow. So I want to do that.
Absolutely. That sounds beautiful and magnificent. I have long traveling is my now current state of mind. It's like
Yeah.
I have passport, I have car, I have gear, I have
Mhm.
dog. Time to go. We ready to go now.
Well, and I realized that, musicians are just professional travelers. I've learned how to pack my bag so tight, and get it under 50 pounds. I just know how to do this thing now. I figured it out. The first tour I went on, Sonia, I had like this a big bag. And then when I got tired of carrying that mess and pulling it out of the tour bus and then dressing it out in public, I learned really quickly how to pack well.
Those are things that we are not taught as coming up artists. We're not taught travel, gear, what to eat. Oh my gosh, what to eat.
Right.
Big, huge thing
That's a
as
huge
artists.
thing.
So and somewhere to sleep is a key thing.
Right.
And is key. And,
Yeah. You appreciate showers a lot more when you're on a tour bus. You're like, ooh, that's a lot of people on the bus, and they're all smelly. So then when we stop, we all do laundry. We all do, we all take showers, and we like grade the showers. It's like, that was a good one. How was your pressure? Like the things we talk about,
But those are the behind the scene things that fans want to know.
Right.
Like your fan. What do you call it? Your top 1,000 fans is a goal. So
Yeah.
those are that's the good content for those fans. So I like that. Thank you for sharing that. Like, I haven't toured yet. I'm ready. I've been in the car with my mama and my daddy and my brothers and my sisters. That's a different ride.
Yes.
C and A. Do you see a C?
Yeah. Yeah.
Play the road game. So that's different than touring with other people.
Yes, other people with different schedules and different plans, So it's interesting, but I think I've learned some of the tricks of the tour game.
I want to touch on that again, but let's talk about what are you doing as an artist now? Are
Mhm.
you creating new content for your own projects, or what are you doing?
Well, I'm actually writing. I've been writing for the last year or so. Like you said, COVID. It's like, what do you redirect your energy to? And I decided during that time that I was going to actually release my first only, Courtney album, which I don't have. Yeah, I started one a long time ago, but life always manages to redirect me. And this time, I had to be intentional about the fact that I wanted to put some music into the world that was from me, because I've been on a bunch of albums for other people, which I enjoy, keep calling me for studio work, please. But I wanted to have my own thing in the universe, and people ask me all the time, and I didn't have anything to give them. So now that's what I'm doing.
So many questions.
I know.
What stage it? What style? What color is it going to be? My brain said initially.
What color is it? I don't know what color it is. Hopefully, I don't know. Yellow is what's coming to my spirit a lot. I wear a lot of yellow, and I want it to be bright and beautiful, but some of these songs are not bright and beautiful.
They may be bright and beautiful in transition to get to what it is. Yellow means intelligence in color spectrum wheel.
Is it
thing.
really? That's my
Yes.
favorite color is yellow, and then like bright yellow.
The canary yellow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
Like
spreading
the color of my
intelligence.
cup here. Let me show you. It's like the color of the inside of my cup.
Oh yeah. That'd be a good color scheme.
Yes.
Let's say Rico, Puerto Rico.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Yes, we must talk about that. Let's
Yeah.
talk. No, I want to water. I want to go
Yeah.
vacation. Okay. Okay. So new CD project, and do you have a title for it, or do you have how many songs you already have in it? Do you have your
Yeah.
instrumentation?
Let's see. Well, new CD product, no name yet. I'm waiting to get to the very end. I've thought it was going to be one thing, and then as things develop, as you write these songs they're evolving, and I work with other people, I collaborate on some stuff. It's changing, so I'll wait to the very end, and hopefully I'll come up with something, or I'll just, decide it's going to be something just flippant and crazy. But I haven't done that. It's got about 12 songs, maybe a 13th song, and we have the demos and the scratches ready, and we've been in the studio now twice, so it's coming. It'll be probably spring of next year, hopefully by my birthday.
Spring of next year. When's your birthday? What studio? Can you talk about it? What
Sure.
studio?
Yeah, spring. April 17th is my birthday. I'm an Aries baby. Yeah. Lots of projects. And then it's out at Yellow Dog Studios in Wimberley. I've really enjoyed being out there with him. And I worked with Chris Bushada, who used to be the drummer for Shaky Graves. And I'm working with Carlos Sosa. He's with Grooveline Horns. We've been buddies for years and years. And I'm working with Danny Golden. So I've been, and JT Thomas, who's with Bruce Hornsby. So I'm working with a bunch of different people to write a bunch of really cool songs. I'm excited.
You should be. That sounds like a good mix of soup. Sorry.
Yeah.
Of music, of sound. So I'm proud of you, sister. Thank you for. I look forward. Yellow.
Yellow.
Popsicles, ice cream, lemonade. Ooh. Lemonade.
The popsicles. Popsicles. I love popsicles.
They make me feel like a little kid going, yes, thank you, I was good.
Yeah. This is a reward. Popsicles always feel like a reward, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I got them for. I never got a popsicle without having to do something to receive it.
You cleaned your room, you got your homework done, and something. That was my mom, my dad. You got rewarded for doing what you're supposed to be doing, task.
Right.
Okay, I like that. I did that. And your bio is going to be another time for another.
There's a lot on there.
Wow. You have accomplished a lot, and it's really beautiful to see that. So thank you for being here. What else? What do we want to talk about, my friend? This is all about you.
No, it's all about us, in the music and the scene. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now. I've emotionally, checked back in. There was a period there where it was just a lot going on, and I had decided I needed, my mental health was more important than being stressed. And so I went to Europe for the first time in my entire life about 2 months ago. Yeah. It was fantastic. I had friends who hosted me and took me to different things, and I went to concerts and stuff for free. It was like the divine said, yes, she needs this. Let's make it so that she can afford it, and she is going to have a magical time, which I did. It was amazing. But
did you see a villa? Did you go to a villa? Did you go where Jimi Hendrix was? Sorry. Did you eat some weird food? Go.
Yes, I ate weird food. I didn't go where Jimi Hendrix went on purpose. And then I did go to a villa. I got to go to London and Paris for a very short stint, Milan for a short stint, and then Verona, Italy. And it was just beautiful. I'm going back for sure.
You got recharged.
I did. I needed one. I mean, I think my big thing is going to be, hey, mental health, because there are people, places, and things that don't mean you well. And sometimes you just have to take a step back and realize it's not about you. It might be about them. And you got to take care of you. I'm a caregiver and a servant, I think. by heart. And sometimes it's not the best thing because,
Learning your boundaries is a wonderful tool for that.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I don't know when I started saying no, but I say no with aggressiveness.
Really? Teach
No.
me. Teach me. No.
No.
No. Well, because there's this thing about disappointing people. I mean, that's
here's a great example. A job that I worked at one point had a cutoff time. The people didn't want to leave. They wanted to offer me physical money to stay longer. I said, no, I want to go to sleep. You can come back tomorrow.
yeah.
You're across the street. Literally, we open in less than 8 hours. Go home.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't care. Money does not mean everything.
Yeah. It doesn't. And not all money is good money.
Ooh, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. And don't take everything. I'm learning that as we speak.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. I help you, Sister Chu. No. Ooh, I saw this little gimmicky thing yesterday that for your car that you can stick on the back of it, and it does digital output of whatever you want it to say. And I was like, oh, you're gonna die if you use that the wrong way.
No kidding.
But my sign was like, no. That's what I would put on there. But
no. Seriously, teach a master class. I have another girlfriend that she's been doing it for years. And you know what? That's why she's so solid. I mean, she just knows how to set boundaries. She knows how to say no. And she doesn't waver. I'll say no and they'll be like,
Nah, I will help you and prod you. No means no.
Absolutely. No.
No. Okay, so when I worked at the luggage company, I always asked people what was their favorite whoopee that they would take with them when they're traveling. So, what's your whoopee when you travel?
I have a literal whoopee.
What is it? I mean, if you want to share, you don't have to tell me.
No, I have. It's a yellow blanket and it's got this chevron pattern on it, and I take it with me every time I travel if I can. It's really weird because it doesn't seem like it would be as warm as it is, but it's super, super warm. And I spray my perfume on it or one of my favorite scents on it before I leave. And then I sometimes lay there with it across my face and a
whoopee.
Yes. Literal whoopee.
Yep. I take this is a stage thing. I take a 4x4 stage rug with me for all my performances. So it makes, no matter what space it is, because the bottom of it is that rubber stuff. So it doesn't, anyway, I can take it anywhere, any environment. That's my stage whoopee. Me, because gotta have something that makes you feel like this is my little space, but right now I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah. Well, in the tour bus, we have those little slots that we basically sleep in. It's almost like a little coffin.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
One of my previous jobs, I was got to privy to see such things. I was like, you put 8 people in here?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all look like sardines in cans. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have my own. Thank you.
And it's funny because with Shiny Ribs, we have 10 people that travel on that bus. And it's amazing. Well, no, 11 people. How we get around, and we've figured out how to handle, each other's, schedules. And it's very interesting. But without my whoopee, I don't know if I would be able to manage it.
Is it a bunch of seats like a bus, or is it like actual tour bus?
No, it's a tour bus. Yeah.
Tour bus. Yep, those are fun.
Yeah.
I always thought that every one of those should have some sort of secret hideaway where a bicycle can pop out, so you can ride in the aisleway, so you can get some stress, not have to stop. That's my thought. It's weird.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, every time we stop, everybody we've got a member of our band that he looks for the first body of water he can find when the bus stops, and he goes and he, kayaks, or he swims, or he's very active. So when he gets off the bus, he's got to expend that energy, or he's just not a happy camper. So I admire it. I'm like, I don't know how he's finding these bodies of water, but I'm good for him.
He's a good radar to find. That means
Yeah,
follow him.
He knows what the deal is.
Where's the water? Those people that find the food, where's the food?
Yeah. I'm the one that finds the food. See, I'm the food finder. He's the activity finder.
That's a good balance in a group like
Yeah.
that. Do you drive? Have you driven the bus?
No, I could no, and I would never take on that responsibility. It just feels like, oh my gosh. I think about it that our drivers have been so good at getting us where we need to go, and they drive through the middle of the night. So I wake up in different cities every day. It's like, oh, what state are we in? Oh, Kansas. Okay, and then tomorrow we're in Oklahoma and Arkansas. It's pretty amazing.
I think I took a bus driving class once. I was like, I'm going to be a school bus driver. I was like, this is way too much backside. No, this is way too much.
Yeah,
too much vehicle but I learned some tricks about driving, so
yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
What did you learn?
To always look 5 cars ahead.
How can you do that? What if you
not one car, 5 cars? Look, when you need to have enough distance, because if you can't let a bus can't stop.
Yeah.
Bus needs drag time. So that's 5 cars drag time. So when I'm driving, that's how far ahead I'm looking at vehicles. It's like, if I stop now, how long will it take me to actually stop?
I mean,
that's real.
That's real. Yeah, I think with the bus, it's probably the drag time is even longer.
Oh yeah.
Like, nope. That's why I will never, you'll never see me messing with that. There are things I do. I sing. That's what I do. And that's what you want me to do.
Let's talk about that. When you started singing, when's the first time you realized that you wanted to sing? Like, what age? We'll start with that question.
Well, it's funny. I've been singing for a really long time. I danced with a dance company. My mom had me in the arts from the beginning. My father is a painter, and we've just always been either museums or dance classes or whatever, but I never really focused on singing. I was more of a dancer. And then I got into high school and started, thinking maybe I could sing there. I wasn't in choir or anything. I actually played the flute. I didn't think I was a singer. And then, all of a sudden, I would say the first real experience I had was here in Austin when I auditioned for Dreamgirls at Zach Scott Theater. I was 19. And I said, okay, I think I want to. I was asked, can you sing? Because I was there just to dance. And I was like, I guess I can. And Dave was like, okay, we'll sing into this microphone off to the side. I was like, okay. And I just sang my songs, and then I started taking it seriously when I got asked to be in a band. I was like, a band? Like going singing for other people? They're like, yeah, and here are the songs you need to learn. And that was that. I've been singing now for 22 years. Wait. Live music. 22 years. Oh my gosh, so many bad knees, so many bad drinks, so many late nights.
Stuck in my head. Flute? Do you still play? Or do you have one? You should add that to your next album, please.
Flute. I'll play some flute. But it's funny. I when I was in college, I pawned my flute for money for food.
So that means you can play.
I can play.
I challenge you. You.
Yes.
Put that on your album.
Oh my gosh.
From now on. Bring forth this magic that you have, please. You can sing and play the flute. What is that? Is it Phoebe Snow? Phoebe Snow? Which one? Oh, loving you. That voice.
No.
That voice.
Minnie Riperton.
Yes. That always makes me think of a flautist, whatever. Okay, now I've been excited for you. I want you to play, make it so. Then there. The other is, I forgot my print. All of that. Train of thought. She said the flute, and my brain went, what?
Yeah, I played the flute.
Your family. Okay. Mom and dad or art creative. Are you also a painter? Do you have creativity in that area? And then your mom, go.
I used to. This is what's weird, is that I used to draw, like an architectural drawing. Like I think right around the age of 10, I decided I was going to draw every room of my dream house. So like houses I had seen or been in, I would take little elements from each of those. Like I knew I wanted an atrium, I wanted upstairs, downstairs, like a raised ranch situation. And I drew them. I think my mom probably still has them. But as far as me going and sitting down now and putting pen to paper to draw, I haven't done it in so long. I'm not saying I can't do it. I just haven't done it in forever. And my dad
were already manifesting at that age.
Yeah. My dad was an amazing artist and painter. My mom, I think she tried. It's not her thing. Not her thing at all. Yeah. She likes music.
Anybody else a music person played an instrument in your family?
Yeah, my kids. Both of my kids are singers. Yeah, and my son, he taught himself how to play the piano. Just musically inclined. It's funny, he would go with his friend to piano lessons and he would listen to them do have the lesson, and he would come home and repeat what his friend had learned in his piano lesson, which I thought was pretty cool.
Natural. Yeah. Is he playing out now?
No, I mean, he doesn't have a piano. He could use mine if he wanted to. But like if he sees a piano, his natural inclination is just to walk over and start playing it, which I absolutely love. And my daughter sings with me when I do my gigs here in town. And she's been singing with me for a long time now.
Right on. Mm-hmm. We are family. Okay.
Hey.
Everything, every word is a song. Everything is content. Everything. Sorry. Super nerdy. This is question number 26. What's one of your favorite smells?
Gardenia.
That's the white. Is it white?
It's a white flower. It's on my arm. It's one of my tattoos. I love the smell of gardenia so much. Yeah. It's my favorite smell.
Nice one. Good one. Some questions I go, no, that's not for public. No.
Why is it not for public? No, that's what I came here for.
No, because they loop these videos. No.
Courtney, did you really mean to say that? Yes, I did.
Absolutely. Because there you go. Do you have hobbies? Like just stamp collecting, I guess, is still a hobby for people.
That's interesting you say that. I think my only hobby that I've been pursuing here lately is photography. I love taking pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. I don't know that I'm very good at it, but I like to go what I call our click trips. Just go and take pictures of different things and from the big landscape all the way down to like the micro. Like I like to get right up on things and get detail. So I enjoy photography.
Do you have you had a class? Do you have a camera brand that you like? And how did you figure out what kind of lenses did you wanted to use? Because go.
Sorry, did my face tell you what? Yeah, totally. No, I went to the camera store and he said, "This is the best thing for you. It's a Nikon and it's a really, really good camera." And it was red. I was like, I'm gonna be like a flashy photographer. I just go and ask, and I have friends who are photographers that give me some hints on which lenses I should use for what my objective is. So
I love that thought. Click day. That's a wonderful
Mhm.
concept for outings, and because I recently got a chance to go to the Moody Theater
Mhm.
area.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I need different shoes, and then we're gonna go adventure around this thing. It's
Yeah.
so amazing. New York City, Central Park in Austin, Texas. That's what it feels like.
Mhm.
Are you do you like to eat anything before you perform, or do you prefer to eat after or whatever?
See, that was the problem. That's what got me into trouble. I prefer to eat after. And of course, when you're in the clubs and you're singing until like 1, 2 in the morning, it's dangerous to go to Whataburger and get a taquito. But that's what I did every time. Now, as my gigs get earlier, you know, I've just decided I'm not going to eat after a certain hour. It's difficult because I still, you know, eat after I'm supposed to not be eating. But
Don't you think it would be super advantageous? Hello, talking to the industry. Make some healthy food.
yes,
Fast food that's open 24/7.
24/7 would be brilliant, you know?
24/7, healthy food. One side be regular, one side be just totally vegan, blah, blah, blah. Jamaican. Oh, I had some
Yeah,
Jamaican food the other day. My God, what? Didn't know I was eating. I was like, what is this?
it's really good. I love Jamaican food.
It was
Where
so
did you
good.
get it?
It was from the event I did at the downtown for this farmers market. It
Okay,
was one of the vendors. It was so
nice.
good.
Yeah,
Couldn't tell you what it was, but it was like
Jamaican
so.
food is so
Some
good.
healthy food would be a wonderful food chain, I think. So housing and healthy food chain combo. Let's go. How do we make that happen?
Housing and a healthy food chain. I mean, they go hand in hand. When you're going through someone's life and you're realizing, okay, that some of their stressing and their issues that they're dealing with has to do with what they're consuming into their body. That's
Absolutely.
that's a big deal. But you got to get them in a house first. That housing first model is essential. That's the biggest stress, you know.
You think with all the empty buildings that is
Yeah.
across the country, this is just my brain.
Hmm.
Why couldn't some sort of system be set up that those people that need it get to have it because they maintain it or take care of it, or it's just because they need housing, period. Why can't we make those all into housing? If they're not being used anymore and that property still has value, why can't we do that? I don't.
We can, and in some areas they do. You know, it's coming up with a plan that developers and real estate, you know, folks who are investing in those properties somehow make their money back. Because the cost of maintenance when you're doing subsidized housing, it can get ridiculous. So, like you were saying, a co-op kind of plan where they have taken care of the building. If you have to do something to maintain your, you know, your place there. Once, and in some cities they've figured that out. So hopefully Austin comes up with a strategy because there's so many people who are just on the edge. They're not chronically homeless. That's what I mean. I serve a lot is the not chronically homeless or recently displaced. It's all the way, all the colors in between, you know. So like me, when I left my violence, I had a job and I still slept in my car for close to a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, because I didn't have enough money to move into an apartment right away. So I had to go to the shelter.
Blessings that there was a shelter that was available.
Right.
How do we make that thing? How do we make that concept grow? How to get developers money into it? Don't they get a discount of some sort from the government? Is my thought. I don't
Mhm.
know all this stuff. I'm just asking. Don't get mad at me, universe. Just asking because I don't know.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
they get a discount of the tax deduction or something if
yeah.
they offer? Okay, yeah.
They get government tax incentives. I mean, there certain groups do. Not everyone, but some.
Okay.
Yeah, and it
This
was
is a,
nice. I mean, that was actually what my app does, is like it builds capacity for these displaced communities through the existing infrastructure of hotels.
will you share your app into the chat so I can share it to the
Sure.
people?
It's called Sanctuary. The website is on its way to being up. It's not all the way up yet, but it's Sanctuary platform.
Because is it okay?
Is it what?
Is this only for people that need shelter, specifically for domestic abuse?
No, we're actually developing it out. So initially it was for domestic violence victims and sexual assault victims. We have an intake. So it's like the platform, this is how it works. We give the platform to a law enforcement agency. The law enforcement agency uses it to find available hotel room spaces for that person, because there's a lot of times where they'll spend hours and hours and hours trying to find a safe place for a victim. Typically, abusers know where they go to school, they know where they work. So there are very few places that a victim can go that their abuser doesn't know. This will allow them to confidentially and privately place them into a hotel room. So with that, we worked with the city with disaster recovery after the winter storm, because people were being displaced everywhere, and there were hotels that had water and electricity. So we helped to connect those folks to those available hotel rooms, and realized the platform we built has applications for the homeless community. It has applications for our community that we serve, there's the sexual assault and domestic violence community, but also like, did I just say disaster recovery? I said that. And then like displaced and homeless communities. Out in LA, they just mandated it. City council for LA County said that if there's empty hotel room spaces, they must be used for the homeless community.
That's common sense. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Well, but there has to be some sort of protocol. You can't just put, the chronically homeless into a home. You've got to work with them to reacclimate to that. Because there are some, number one, who have been in the system for a long time and they don't know how to do the new stuff, like running a new washing machine when the last one you had was 20 years ago is kind of wild. You know what I mean? There has to be some help.
They've been out of the element for
Right.
that. Yeah.
Right. And they could become overwhelmed with just learning the new technology. I mean, there has to be some case management and assistance. And then there's some who are like I was, just didn't have enough money to get into a new place, or my credit was shot, or I just broken a lease. We're working to build protections for those folks who are trying to do that. And the retooling of our empowerment center that we had in South Austin is turning into our housing center up in North Austin to help folks with those resources. So like I said, Survive to Thrive is changing and evolving into something else, which I'm really proud of and really excited about.
All the things.
All the time. Yeah.
I touched a 500-year-old tree yesterday, so I'm like,
oh, you're feeling sage-like today.
Very much, because it's also a 7, so it's like, okay. I'm in my thing that I'm supposed to be in. Yeah. You are doing so many amazing things. Let's talk about modeling. How'd you get into that? What?
I used to model a long time ago, and then I had children, and I went through a pretty substantial weight loss journey. And then I guess last year or year before last, I got opportunities to start modeling again. And so I just decided, I go, late 40s, sure, why not? Sure, because that's normal. Anyway, decided to start modeling again.
After the pandemic, everything is normal. What? Everything is normal.
Yeah, I mean, it is. What's strange anymore? Nothing's strange.
Nope.
You got to do what you got to do.
And move along.
Yeah.
Move along. Well, that's the The one time modeling, I got stuck in Houston. My transmission fell out of my car. That's what modeling brings in my brain.
Oh no. God, that's terrible. That sounds horrible.
Like for 2 weeks, really? Okay.
Wow.
Me, I was like, okay, got a good song out of it. Now what? Jesus, what do I do?
No kidding.
Okay. Okay, so we talked about music, talked about tech, we talked about a little bit about Survive to Thrive. What else do you have pets?
I do. I'm actually looking at him right now. His name is Hudson.
What is
And
Hudson?
before we started this, he decided he was going to leave me a little gift by the door. I'm like,
Oh.
man, come on, I just walked you. So
Mm.
he's like, he keeps looking at me like he's mad because I put him in his crate because I couldn't have him jumping on me while I was doing the show.
What is Hudson?
Hudson is a brindle boxer.
Big smart dogs with the dark eyes?
Yes, with muscular, very muscular dogs with the big eyes and the jowls.
Yes, okay. Well, they're funny.
Yeah.
Is this your first pet or?
No, actually, this is my fourth pet. I'm a dog person for sure. I had my first pet his name was Carlos, and he was a bird. He was a parakeet, and he used to eat his paper in his cage every day. Like you put newspaper down, and you're supposed to poop on it. Well, Carlos decided he wanted to eat it, and one day, oh, this is so sad. Please forgive me, but he choked on his paper, and he passed away. And I remember having a little bird funeral. My mom flushed him down the toilet. I was like, I thought about it. I was just like, now I go to places and you can't even flush toilet paper down the toilet. I'm like, how do we get all bird down the toilet? But my mother did. She's like, he can't stay here. And she wasn't burying him outside. So Carlos went down the drain with the water.
Carlos shouldn't have been eating that paper.
Every day we were just like, dude, come on. And I'm not just little bites. Like almost all the paper, like we feed you. What are you doing? So
something in that paper was in Carlos's
I guess
dietary needs.
I guess he was just like, I need this vitamin specifically. Yeah. I had a dog named Benji, and I had a dog named Butters, which my daughter now has. Dynamite, who is a black lab that passed away last year, and then Hudson.
A parrot.
A parakeet.
Parakeet. They're little tiny things, right?
Yes, the little yellow and green ones.
Maybe that's why you're like, ooh, album colors, yellow and green.
Yellow and green. Maybe.
You have a theme. Did you know? Mm-hmm. Have you noticed yet?
What's the theme?
Yellow and green. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Yellow and green.
Yellow and green.
Okay. I know you. What's up next? You have a show coming up later, right?
I do. I'm on my way to Dallas to sing at the Texas OU game with Shiny Ribs, which I'm really excited about because that's part of my growing up. I'm a Longhorn, and going to the Texas OU game was a big deal for me when I was in school. So I'm excited. It's the Red River Shootout, and Shiny Ribs is the featured artist for this event. So as soon as I leave you, I'm going to pack up my bags and head out the door and go to Dallas.
Bing, 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 bing. Fun trip.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, that's exciting for you. Yeah. You're driving?
I am driving.
Okay.
Normally I would ride in the bus, but I had this really important TV show that I wanted to be on today. And I decided I was going to drive, and then I'll drive back. Yes. Strong day.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I truly do this just for the love of getting to know the community that's out here, because I'm such an introvert. You just don't know.
You are.
But this right here, I can go, what you do? Who are you? What's happening? So thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I am looking forward to the work that we will be doing in the community. Yes. Do you want to talk about that? What your other things your other 12 things that you're doing, friend?
Well, I'm on the board and you're wearing the cap. I was like, look at her. I should have worn my Sims cap.
It was it was the show. I got it from the show. So I was like,
Yes.
oh yeah, I'm sporting the hat. Yes.
You
I
gotta
love hats.
sport that hat. Yes, you wear them well. You wear them well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on the board of the Sims Foundation, and Patsy is one of my favorite people in the world because she gets my life from a from a perspective of being an executive director and doing the work that we do in the community from a nonprofit stance. So she also deals with music and she deals with musicians. And the third thing is that she's trying to address the mental health condition of our Austin, Texas musicians. And I have a great appreciation for that. She's fantastic. So I'm happy to be on the board. And we're working on an initiative that deals with, and hopefully, you know, we've asked you to be a part of it as well, because it's really important about how do we actually protect our bandmates in the precarious situation when you have like an aggressive fan, or how do we protect them from potential sexual assault or domestic violence, and creating strategies and ways for them to communicate that information in a confidential way so they don't feel like they're targeted or they could be retaliated against. So I'm just here for it because we have to develop some sort of plan for us to protect each other. We are a community, right? And that's part of it is protection. You see something, you report it. You see something and you can help.
Sorry, my brain said, see something, say something. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. See
It's
something,
really
say
not.
something. Mm-hmm.
It's real. It's real. See
It is
something,
real.
say something. It's not that hard. I am honored, and I'm looking forward to working with you on this because it's something that's real in the community that we need to work on. Austin, Texas Musicians is the group that I am on the community director of. So I think this party, this powwow, is gonna make some wonderful change. And I told you my color, the yellow, the lime green, that color. So that's interesting too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk more about that later.
Yeah.
All right, sister. I'm gonna put on the closeout music. And again, thank you so much for being here. This has been Courtney Santana. My name is Sonia Javette. I'm gonna pull her off. I'm gonna play the commercial, and then we're gonna get out. And we appreciate you being here. Peace, love, and psychedelics.